Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's practice. We're starting off by setting our intention in this seated pose, hands in prayer position at heart center, and then bringing the soles of our feet together, butterflying the legs, interlacing the fingers around our feet and pulling our shoulders away from our ears, sitting nice and tall. Going to give our back a beautiful stretch, stretching our arms and our pelvis, pushing our knees towards the earth. I love this pose because it stretches so many muscles in our body all at once. And then crossing the knees over each other, feet go to the side of our hips. And we're just going to inhale and then exhale as we fold over our knees. You can rest your chin on the top knee. I'm just taking a couple of rounds of breath here as you sink into this stretch. Hopefully you're feeling it through your glute, maybe the upper leg. You can have the arms out straight if you like. And then slowly unraveling, we're going to cross over to the other side. And then forward folding as we melt our chest towards our legs. Just clearing any thoughts, clearing the mind, releasing any tension or stress, and just really being present in the moment right now. Connecting with the body, connecting with the breath, connecting mind, body, spirit as you move throughout this practice. Coming into tabletop position, and we are going to run through about 3 or 4 rounds of our cat-cows. So breathing in, taking the gaze high, exhaling, curving the spine into cat pose, and then sinking the stomach towards the earth in our cow pose. And just find your flow, rolling through at your own pace. And then meeting in downward facing dog, maybe pedaling out the legs, taking the hips high, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, and getting this beautiful stretch through the legs, the calves, the back. Taking a moment to find some stillness. Just walking your feet up in between your hands, coming into a forward fold, and then up to a halfway lift, and then forward folding. Inhaling, arms above us, and then bringing our hands to prayer position as we take that left leg back long into warrior one. Right knee is bent in front, fingertips wide, and then coming into warrior two. Shoulders away from the ears, our gaze going past our fingertips, flipping the front palm, bringing that right arm up and over the head, left hand runs down our left leg, and then windmilling the arms. Left arm goes high, right arm reaches down to touch the earth, or you can interlace the fingers, so right arm comes under the leg and interlaces with the fingers of the left arm, turning the chest towards the sky. If this is too challenging, just keep the arms spread out nice and tall, and then coming back into warrior two. Turning the feet 45-degree angle, coming into goddess pose with cactus arms. You should feel a beautiful stretch in the glutes and the pelvis. Maybe add in some movement if that feels good. Bringing the hands to prayer position as we sink a little bit deeper. And then we're just going to turn straight into the other side. Warrior one. This time left knee is out in front, right leg is back. Coming into warrior two. Engaging the core. Taking our gaze long. Flipping that front palm, bringing it up and over. Right arm is running down the right leg. And then windmilling the arms. Left arm goes high, right arm goes towards the earth. Keeping that front leg bent. I'm just going to take the left arm underneath the leg and interlace it with the fingers of the right hand as it comes behind our back. Turning that right shoulder towards the sky. And then coming back into warrior two. Turning the feet again into goddess pose. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper here. You can grab each elbow if you like. Just drop the head so it falls heavy. Getting a beautiful bend in the lower back and the back of the legs. Creating some space in the spine. And then hands on hips, slowly raising up. And then just walking our heels in closer together. Going to come down into our yogic squat. Hands in prayer position. Pushing the knees outward with our elbows. Maybe closing down the eyes. And then hands to the earth. As we stand back up. And we're going to go into downward facing dog. I'm just going to flow through that sequence again, but a little bit faster this time. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the left leg between the hands, coming up into warrior one. Left leg is bent at the front, right leg is straight at the back. Coming into warrior two, flipping the front palm into reverse warrior, and then coming into side angle pose, interlacing the fingers at the back as the left arm comes under the left leg, and then coming back to warrior two. Goddess pose. Warrior one. Into warrior two. Reverse warrior. Side angle pose. Interlacing the fingers at the back. Coming back to warrior two. Goddess pose. And then meeting in downward facing dog. going to run through this sequence one more time. So bringing the right leg between the hands, coming into warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Into side angle pose. Interlacing the fingers behind. Unraveling. Back into warrior two, making sure we inhaling and exhaling on each transition. Goddess pose. Change into the other side. Warrior one. Inhale, exhale into warrior two. Reverse warrior. Into our side angle pose. Interlacing the fingers and drawing that top shoulder, opening the chest up towards the sky. Back into warrior two. Goddess pose. And then coming into our yogi squat. Maybe putting a smile on the face here. I look so serious. Coming into a forward fold. Maybe putting a slight bend in the legs this time. Hanging the body heavy as we sink a little bit deeper into this stretch. Maybe holding the ankles. And then slowly coming back up to standing. Walking the feet in next to each other as we stand tall in Tadasana. Feet are shoulder width apart. Shoulders are dropping away from the ears. We're turning the thighs in towards the center. Fingertips are spread wide. And then slowly coming down into our boat hold. Boat pose. Should have this really nice V shape to the body, really engaging the core and the pelvic muscles here. Relaxing the face, trying not to strain or have any tension through the neck. And getting the calves parallel to the earth. Pulling the shoulders back so they're not rolled forward. And then slowly lowering down to our final resting position, Shavasana. Just finding some peace and serenity. We're only going to hold this for a minute or two. If you want to stay longer, feel free to pause the video now. Otherwise, just find some relaxation. And if you're ready, just wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling over to one side, and then coming up to a seated position again, keeping the eyes closed down. Bringing our hands to prayer position at our third eye. May we have kind and loving thoughts today as we move them to our mouth. May we speak kind and loving words today as we lower them to our heart center. May we have kind and loving intentions today. Thank you for joining me on this practice. Namaste.